easily. And I would have needed like a fast level to get fast level 6, and then we can make some ganks happen with the Moonlight Shadow, etc., etc. And yeah, that and the picks like Bristleback. Like we knew it was gonna be a Razor safe lane,
right?
But like we're not sure what to pick. Like Razor wins almost any matchup beside like the heroes that we don't really want to use in this meta. So.
All right, well, that's a shame. Don't worry, we'll talk about that. We got plenty of time, but quickly going through the lineup here. Ninja Boogie, Cars, Chrissy, Rior, and Jo for Team Rave. They're going to be the guys taking on 2 teams today in the best of 1 for Tier 1. And I think we'll have a quick little graphic in a second kind of showing their favorite picks and their KDAs. So going straight into this, we have Ninja Boogie, loves the Ember Spirit. We've got Jo on the Lycan, standard. We've seen this guy a lot on the Lycan.
Yeah.
We got Batrider for Chrissy, their offlaner. Rubik for Rior. And Treant for Cast.
Yeah, Rior actually used to play not offlane, mid before Ninja Boogie came in.
Oh yeah?
And Jo was their carry.
Yeah, I remember that actually, yeah. Yeah, Jay used to do a lot of work, especially on the Lycan. I remember he loved his rat dotering. More than anything else, it kind of went down to the rest of Rave kind of 4-manning, while Jay was just off in the jungle or off in the lane, just pushing towers, constantly trying to push rack, trying to force everyone back.
Yeah.
And here's PokerFace. PokerFace already taking a win over Rave this season. We got Febby, JYU, Sky, Jesus Stick, and MP. Yeah. Jesus Stick replacing Cynical this season. Cynical seems to have had a bit of a fallout with PokerFace, unfortunately.
Yeah, there had some disagreements, and they just parted away. And actually, Jesus Stick used to be my teammate back in NSL.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we used to play together. We're still friends. We still play with each other sometimes. And we wanted to play together this season, but he was still in the army, so we couldn't make it happen. So.
So is he still in the army now, or is he?
No, he was done like literally as the season was beginning. So.
Wow! And here we go. We got Slark for Febby. We got Doom for JYU. Haven't seen much Doom this season.
Yeah.
Invoker for MP. Shadow Demon for Sky. And none for Jesus Stick, unfortunately. He came in just a little bit too late for that graphic. But let's see if these players can pick up their kind of favorite heroes this season. We haven't yet. We've seen some interesting picks and bans. I mean, obviously against Rave kind of like this one style more than any other style, which I've noticed, where they love like a solid mid, solid safe laner with Ninja Boogie and Jo. Jo loving to go like TA more than anything else, I think. I've actually seen him like win just about every game when he's got TA. And Ninja Boogie picking one of his favorite kind of carries, and he does very well in the safe lane.
Yeah, well, they try to make if they don't secure Ninja Boogie's farm, they try to secure Jo's farm. So that's why they usually pick like 2 cores, like for mid and for the safe lane.
Right.
So they don't really pick like utility mid heroes like Puck or something like this. Usually it's more like you said, TA, so that they can get farm from mid if the safe lane gets shut down, and then mid can buy space for their carry.
Right.
And vice versa. If they shut down the mid, then the carry can buy space for the mid laner, which I think is the best way to play the game. I think it puts a ton of pressure on the enemy team.
Yeah, it's really interesting, kind of playing around both players' strengths. Obviously, Jo as well as Ninja Boogie, both kind of like safe lane players more than anything else. They're used to that role, so why not give them those 2 roles, but for mid and safe lane? Yeah. And I like that a lot, actually, playing around the team like that instead of forcing them to change into like a mid-style hero of this kind of game these days. Like obviously like Invoker or a Puck or anything like that. It's going to take a lot more time getting used to, and much less carry in the late game.
Yeah. There's also you can also do this like with the offlane, put a kind of carry in the offlane, like Void, for example, is a perfect example.
Right.
You just put it there, even though he doesn't have farm, he still has like a very, very strong ultimate that can like win fights straight up. So, and later on also he's very, very strong with farm late game. So you still have to, you can't just ignore it just because he's offlane, so he's shut down. He's gonna catch up eventually because of the space his team is gonna buy for him later. So that's kind of the same thing. But I don't think you can do it like on the 3 lanes having like 1 core like this kind of a carry core. because then you don't have anybody buying space for anybody, and it's too dangerous. You can get pushed out.
Yeah, I can agree with that for sure. Yeah, absolutely. We even see sometimes Faceless Void in mid as well, kind of like playing that core.
Yeah, it's a very strong. It's strong on lane. Like people, a lot of people like underestimate how strong he is on the lane. He has very high damage. He has good armor. His stats are not the best, but now that the time walk mana cost has been decreased a lot, it's much easier for him to survive ganks or just to sustain the lane. And
yeah, very, very hard to shut down, for sure. Time walk, always doing a lot of work. We even saw that last week, I believe. Tenbo was playing it in mid, is what I recall it from more than anything else.
Yeah.
And yeah, he had great escapability in the mid lane, and yeah, he didn't go down. He kind of they couldn't make it work. They had I believe the best kind of combo was like you had Faceless Void and you had Skywrath Mage. Obviously, Mystic Flare going to do a lot of work in that Chronosphere.
Yeah, but I think this is something that is a little bit it's scary on paper, and like when you see like a Void and a Skywrath on the same team, like oh shit, like you're gonna die if you get Chrono. But
sure.
I mean they still have to use like both Skywrath ulti and Void ulti just to get one kill.
Yeah.
So it's a huge commitment, and then like you don't have much gas left in the tank, so you have to be careful.
I mean, it's big cooldowns.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't get that kill, like you're waiting for that next encounter, like in a 2 minutes or something. So you got to be spot on. And yeah, it was definitely on paper. Looking at it when there was picks and bans were going on, it was kind of like wow, this could do a lot of work. You see the same thing with Witch Doctor in Chronosphere. Like obviously that's great killing power there. But if they can't both get it off at the same time, I mean, like, there's always situations where maybe the Witch Doctor gets stunned instantly or gets caught in the Chronosphere, even like
but
anything.
I still think Witch Doctor is stronger in this way because you don't commit to just one target. With Skywrath Mage, you see one target, it's dead, and then that's it.
Yeah.
You still have a good DPS, but you use like a ton of your mana for this, and you can't really keep fighting for too much longer. Yeah,
that's actually a really good point. Death Ward can kill so many people so quickly.
It's like it's a kind of a hidden. Like Witch Doctor as a support is kind of a hidden carry.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get Aghanims on him, especially, it's just it's actually disgusting. It's broken, man. It's just insane. I've experienced that before for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
But yeah, going into this game, I mean, Rave. We've spoken about Rave, but PokerFace. PokerFace are another team altogether.
I've played them in practice and in tournaments with my own team, and like they almost always do the same thing, like some kind of really aggressive 5-man lineup. Like from like 5-6 minutes, they start like pushing down towers, and they're just 5-man the whole time.
Right.
And they don't let you give you time to do anything. And after the first mistake you make, you just lose the game. You just lose the racks.
Right.
So most of the time they play this, at least from what I've seen. I saw they used something different against, was it MVP or Zephyr last time? I'm not sure.
It could have even been Rave. I mean, they have taken a game off Rave already this season. And I kind of felt like they did switch it up a little bit against Rave. Because Rave also plays such a similar style every game that you can kind of react to it maybe a bit more, have to shut down these cores a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly because I haven't watched too much of their games.
Oh, yeah.
It's mostly the games I've experienced against them, or mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
So
do you guys get to scrim much at all?
No, not really. We scrim mostly against SEA teams.
Ah, really?
Like Korean teams, for the most part, they're either too bad or they're also too good, so we're a waste of time for them. So I don't really want to ask them because most of the time it's going to be a waste of time for them.
Yeah. And
so
I mean,
I'd rather practice against C teams who are not familiar with us and we're not familiar with them. So
yeah, I mean, it gives you a fresh perspective on the game as well. Like different people looking at stuff they might not be used to. And I mean, Korean Dota is so small that like everyone knows everyone. So like when you're showing like strategies and styles, it gets around pretty easily. So
actually, the team we've practiced the most with was probably Rave.
Rave?
So, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It was like this is the same. They mostly search for like C teams to practice with.
Well, they're pretty much a C team.
Yeah,
I mean,
or they're Pinoy teams. So.
Yeah, Pinoy team. So it's kind of interesting because we do see. I kind of always wondered about how Rave goes in Korea. I mean, do they get Korean teams? Do Korean teams want to play with them, or are they focused mostly on C teams?
Well, the thing is, like the Tier 1 teams are not gonna play against them, obviously, and Tier 2 teams. I mean. I guess
they can't play against Lotem or MVP Hot 6.
Yeah, exactly. So there's like literally no teams left. They have to play against SEA teams mostly.
Right.
And or us, like we've had decent games against them. So I guess they probably feel that it's a decent practice, but yeah, there's not. I think it's difficult for them to find decent practice on Korean server.
And it's also kind of hard to. I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of hard to practice outside of the Korean server as well, because to see you're playing with, what, 150 ping or something?
Yeah, it depends. Sometimes servers are really bad, and you get like 160, 180, even 200.
Well, actually, I noticed that more than anything at nighttime. Like, nighttime, it feels like I get like 200, but in the morning, I get like 150.
Yeah. And sometimes it's really low. Sometimes it goes as low as 100 ping or maybe 90.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, usually when I play daytime, that's what I get on SEA. But nighttime, yeah, it's like prime time. Everybody's playing. This is when all the teams are screaming. So
yeah, and I think Whiplash was actually mentioned. There's another server you can play on which kind of gives you sub 100 ping. I'm not exactly sure what it was.
Oh, Chinese server.
It might have been the Chinese server.
Yeah, because I've been playing. Now I don't play solo ranked games on SEA anymore. I just play China.
Oh, really?
So China is not infested with chinkers, and it's still a decent ping, and usually the skill level is higher on average. Like most games, like maybe like 90% of the games I've played on Chinese server are really good games. Sometimes you get to play against really big names, like Legends of Dota. Like
oh, really?
Yeah, like GSMG, Tier1, everybody, Ferrari, everybody's playing there. So
I actually have been watching some of their streams as well. I found them on Liquid Dota, and they get like some crazy viewership. Like over 100K sort of viewership.
I was when I first saw this, I was like, what the fuck? Like, is the SMG streaming, and he had like 100K, and I was like, oh my god! And then it kept rising until like 180,000.
Wow!
And I was like, oh,
it's crazy, man.
Like,
almost
Chinese
as crazy as your language on
oh yeah. I just I noticed. I was like, oh, okay. I hope nobody noticed, but
it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's.
It's great. It's great to talk to a player, especially co-cast with the player as well. So I feel like I'm going to learn a lot. I feel like I already have learned a lot from just talking to you before the game starts. Obviously, there must be some sort of delay going into this game. Karn, what is usually the delay here? Because it happens quite often, and I feel like it must be one thing in particular.
Not really. It's just the settings. Settings, like maybe mic settings and like language, stuff like this. I don't know. When I play, if I've played in a booth, like usually there is delay in the booth I've played in, because I switched the language to French.
Oh, really?
So
you're not used to Korean or English?
No, I know it, but I don't. I'm just used to French keyboard, so I just use it all the time.
Okay, I understand.
It's the same with, for example, Todd. I saw a tweet recently about Todd messing up like settings of everybody at the events. Someone calling him out. It's kind of the same here.
Yeah, I can imagine for sure. It's brutal when people change like the language, especially on PCs, and you get on it, it's like in Korean and like Korean layout or something. It's like. Or like Russian or something. I'm like, what is this? I can't play on this. And then like takes like the referee like half an hour to figure out exactly how to fix it.
Well, I mean, new players should be able to do this themselves. Like,
I have no idea.
How to change the language? You know how to change the language over keyboard, man.
No.
You don't know?
I have no idea, dude.
Oh wow, okay.
I'm sorry, man. It's always been English for me. So.
Okay.
I'm a rookie at this, and I'm sure I would take forever. Oh, look at that! Everyone's kind of crowding around, figuring it out. Even the manager coach is in there.
They have the Korean Observer too. He's here.
Oh, really? Which one?
The free-to-play shirt. He observes almost all Korean tournaments.
Okay. Yeah, I met him before, actually. I actually went to a Wayshik, and he was there, and he spoke to me.
Yeah, he's really cool. He's
nice guy. Yeah, I like that.
Then, I guess it's like, who is it who has problems? It's it's Ninja Boogie.
Ninja Boogie?
Yeah.
The new member of Team Rave.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they're gonna get it fixed pretty soon. I mean, it can't be too big of a problem. They just played like Monkey Spanner just played there, so. Yeah,
there can't be too much of a problem. Maybe he wants to change it to I don't know, Filipino language or something.
No, but like sometimes you like I mean you know you probably know this like there's some settings sometimes that you don't think about when you're playing at home. There's some special settings that you don't necessarily think about when you go to a tournament, to a LAN or something. Yeah,
no, that's true. That's true. Like something changes, and I mean there's so many options in Dota 2 for hotkeys and like gameplay and everything like that. So like you look at it and you're like, I looked at it just yesterday. I was like going through it. Like I decided to like make all my own hotkeys finally. Like it took me a while to finally get on that, but instead of playing default 1 to 6 and all that for items, and there is just so much to choose from.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
and
you can literally do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, so I can imagine there could be problems with that, no doubt.
But I think the settings are saved in your Steam account, so whenever you log in,
there is a Steam Cloud, obviously,
yeah.
so that should save.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand why sometimes there's this many problems. Like I never had really any problems besides just time, like fix my sensitivity and stuff.
See, it's always been a mystery for like me and the co-casters up here. Like we're like, what is going on? Like why is this taking so long? What could possibly have gone wrong to this point? Like, did they uninstall something that they shouldn't have? Did they uninstall Dota when they lost the game? Like, I didn't understand.
They're like, I'm done with this.
Like I'm done with this. I'm done with KDL, and I'm done with this PC. And he uninstalls it. Like, what the hell is going on? Some sabotage. Or maybe like the guy just doesn't like the person that's going to be on this PC next. Like, oh, it's Team Rave. I'm going to uninstall this.
Well, usually that's what people think when they play on my computer. Like, Khan was here. It doesn't like me. He put some weird, strange settings that I can't get rid of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Is there actually any sort of rivalries, like known rivalries between teams in KDL? So we kind of see, like, from the outside looking in, like, well, they're Korean, so they're all very polite anyway, and they're very guarded and wearing their masks, so they won't show too much emotion or anything. But I mean, like, does PokerFace like have something like? Are they like really like, oh, we got to beat MVP Phoenix, but it's so hard?
Well, they just want to win because
everyone wants to win.
Well, obviously they want to win against everybody. But
sure.
Like I know, for us tomorrow, for example, it was my previous team, my former team, and
I knew that. I was like, oh, Khan will want revenge today. Like he wants to take down 10 Bird, man.
Well, next time I'll make sure they get me the heroes that are needed. To win the game.
You do it, man. Absolutely. I definitely want to see Muhan go far because they seem like a great team. They finished kind of like in the mid last season, but I think with you they have potential to go all the way.
Well, I was surprised by our mid player. I think he has talent. I think he's gonna be really good. Coming months. The rest, everybody is good enough to do well. Like the rest of the team, like I think the Tier 2 at least is the most difficult season yet. Last season was very, very weak. It was literally just two teams that were good. Even previous Muhan was pretty bad in my opinion.
Yeah.
And there's like a few teams that are like really bad. They're just there because nobody else was here.
That's I kind of got that impression with the bottom two teams. They kind of like just didn't sort of fit in with everyone else.
But this season is much more solid. Like this is Monkey Span and Hot Six who the good teams. Then there's like the two new teams we got in, like Lotem and Bad Boys. It's they're veterans. Like they used to play on 5NQ or they used to play on they're the MVP3 team, so they used to play on Hot Six I think before.
Right. Okay. Yeah, they actually looked like a really strong team when we saw them play previously. Just the other day, they definitely showed a lot of talent, a lot of experience, and I was really impressed with their play.
Yeah,
I actually thought this team could do very well in this season.
Like beside my team, I think there is maybe 4 other teams that are good. I think there's only one team that's not.
Is that the Get Outs?
I didn't wanna call names, but yeah, it is.
But I mean, Get Outs didn't look too bad either. They had a good game, and Byuk looks like a very interesting player to watch.
Is she still playing Get Outs?
I know she was a stand-in, right?
Yeah, she was a stand-in. That's why I'm not sure.
Maybe she's not anymore. We haven't actually seen Get Out since then.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we'll know for sure next time they play. Probably this Sunday, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be interesting. I mean, it was great to see her in the tournament. It added a new flavor to KDL for sure. Seeing a girl Dota player, you don't actually see that very often, if ever.
Actually, she played before in the NSL.
NSL.
Yeah, she played in the NSL. Was it 2 or 3? I think it was NSL 2. The NSL MVP1. She actually played in it.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's really cool.
And she was playing on Nas's team actually. I think. I'm not actually. I don't remember exactly, but she played for sure during the NSL. So it wasn't her first official match.
Yeah, but she looks like a very, very strong player at the very least.
Actually, she's pretty decent. I was very surprised. She actually plays. You can't tell it's a girl.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, but no offense. Usually, no, actually, because she plays very seriously when she plays. But sometimes when we play with some girls, they're really the things they do is like you see that they're having fun, you know.
Right.
They're having fun and they do some cute stuff and you can kind of notice it sometimes.
Yeah. No, I get what you say. I get what you say. Yeah, she's like a lot more serious about the game. She obviously wants to be competitive.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen her on any other team like in KDL besides these Get Outstanding. It'd be great if she found like a home to actually play.
I think she's better than a lot of the Korean players, the male Korean players. So if she can do it, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other girls like this in the Korean scene that can play at the decent level.
Yeah.
We just haven't seen them yet.
See maybe a girl team emerge and
well,
see what happens.
I'd love to see that.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That'd be great to cast. I'd love to see that kind of thing happen. It's always exciting. But yeah. Still a bit of a delay going on here. As looking at the booth, they're still trying to figure out exactly.
Yeah, this is getting.
It's actually getting very, very long here. Like it's almost as if something is very wrong with the PC for Team Rave.
I blame who was playing on this computer. That was Maro. I blame Maro.
Yeah.
For 8-5. It's all on him.
Ah. I wonder what he did exactly.
I don't know, man. But this is
even that name alone is kind of weird.
For 8-5, it's like a.
Do you know why he has that name?
I think it's the name of a killer in some book or something.
Oh, really?
Like his code name or something. Like I'm not sure exactly. I think he told me when we were playing together, like vaguely, but I don't remember exactly. I think he told me it was the name of an assassin or something.
Okay.
Serial killer or something.
All right, it's interesting. Not the most unique, and looks like we might actually have it fixed finally.
He doesn't seem very happy, so I guess they're just like, okay, whatever.
He's like, you know what, I'll just play without the mouse. Forget it. I'll just do it. Yeah. Ninja Boogie, obviously, one of their core players, probably arguably one of the most important players on their team, has shown a lot of ability.
The newest, and
the safe laner, the carry.
Well, he's one of the few actually good carry players in KDL. There's not many, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That should be him, and even in PokerFace, they don't really have a carry player. It's not really set. It's like just someone who's gonna play the carry hero, but they're not really carry. They don't really have a carry player. I guess Feby is a carry player, but he plays. I think he plays support most of the time. I'm not sure exactly. Because I haven't watched sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure, but if they have a carry player, it's Feby, yes.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely do see a lot of players switch around roles, especially in KDL. Yeah. Probably more than any other tournament I've seen. Like we see a lot of flexible players. Very much like Tembird, for instance, who's played pretty much every role at this point. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, well, most good players know how to play every role because this is how you understand the flow of the game.
Right, absolutely. But finally, we're going into the picks and bans, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is fixed. Finally. And here we go. PokerFace versus Rave. Off the bat, we have Tinker banned out from Rave, and then Ember Spirit banned out from PokerFace.
Both respect bans. Ninja Boogie is a good Ember Spirit player, and obviously MP, extremely good Tinker player.
Oh yeah, we have seen that for sure. I specifically remember, I believe it was PokerFace versus Zephyr, when MP kind of carried the entire team after getting farm and winning nearly every team fight from then onwards. And we have seen Ninja Boogie do a lot of work on the Ember Spirit as well.
So standard bans. These days there's a lot of stuff to first ban, so it's always going to be heroes that make the cut, that get through. So now, for example, Shadow Shaman is out. I think it's first pick material. Shadow Shaman is out. Razor 2 can be first pick material, it depends. It's really annoying to play against. They go for Lich.
Go for Lich. Probably the least expected kind of first pick, but obviously not showing.
Oh, actually, I know what they're doing.
Oh, really?
We played against them recently, and they used this like in practice when we scrimmed with them.
Oh.
So if they're gonna use the same strategy, they're gonna use like an offlane Spectre Lich lane.
Oh, really?
And maybe I think they're gonna pick it early. Maybe try to bait an aggressive tri lane and then dodge it and just go offlane with Spectre. And they're Radiant, so they have the better offlane.
Right.
So with the Lich, it's pretty much a safe lane. It's pretty much better than the safe lane.
Okay.
So I think that's the plan here.
That's really interesting. And obviously Lich with Sacrifice can take away the range minion early, stop that lane from pushing out at all. Yeah. Very, very comfortable lane to play in. Rior, their support player.
I'm trying to remember exactly what was their lineup, but I think that's Spectre and they had Centaur Lich. I can't remember exactly the rest. So.
Okay. Big fan of Spectre. We actually got to see you play against Get Outs with Spectre and do a lot of work, for sure.
Here comes Shadow Shaman.
Shadow Shaman. The reaction from PokerFace. Kind of an expected one, I think, judging by especially what you said earlier about how aggressive they are.
Yeah, and I think Shadow Shaman is right now a broken hero. He's way too strong.
You think?
He brings way too much. He has a really good AoE nuke.
Yeah, he
has a lot of disable. Like he can lock down a hero by himself for something like 8 seconds, 9 seconds. I don't know.
Yeah. Or when you got like Shackle and you got Hex.
Yeah.
And you got Mass Serpent Wards as well. Like you can even box someone in with them.
Yeah. So it's like whenever you lose 1 or 2 heroes to a team that has a Shadow Shaman that's level 6, they get a tower. Or if they win a team fight, they get a tower, they get rewards. They always get an objective out of any encounter.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And next up we see a Razor from PokerFace. So going for that high tier pick, the one we're seeing so much more these days. I kind of feel like it became a lot more popular like from TI. We saw it a lot on TI.
Yeah. Like the reason it was not that popular before is because I think it didn't have the Agony upgrade. And once he got it, and or maybe it got buffed, I'm not sure exactly.
Right.
But since then, like whenever he gets ultimate, he can siege towers so efficiently. It's very, very difficult to stop. And it's a hard hero to kill.
Very tanky.
And
mech carrier.
Yeah. Mech carrier, yeah, he can do a lot of things. Carry the mech, carry. I don't like it as a carry personally because I think his strength lies in his lane control.
Right.
So
he kind of, I guess, maybe falls off in the late game. Would you say?
Actually, no. He's actually strong late game too.
Strong late game.
He stays strong very, very long for a very long time.
That's very interesting.
Centaur comes up as I was expecting.
So they must be doing that strategy.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go for the same drafts.
Okay.
Unless we banned something they wanted to pick and so they didn't get to play it. But
Right. Well, obviously, I guess PokerFace would not really have an idea of what Rave have planned with the Spectre. Spectre not usually a hero banned out anytime unless it's a respect ban, I think.
I don't think you can respect ban. You can just ban it if he's way too good against your life. Your lineup, maybe.
Right.
Sometimes it can be okay, like if you can see like a global strategy coming and you just wanna shut it down. Spectre is the best carry for this kind of stuff. Maybe.
So kind of like good against like maybe like Furion or any sort of like
Tinker. I like Spectre against Tinker, for example.
Yeah.
To punish Tinker, you can have a Spectre with a Blink hero that can catch him out. So whenever you see him TP on the lane, you just ulti, you know where he is, and he can get jumped, and you can get an easy kill on him. And oftentimes in Tinker lineups, late game, all it comes to is Tinker. It's all Tinker shoulders. If you kill him, you can go high ground, you can break the base, you can...
Right, because he's got so much, like, obviously anti-push with Marching Machines.
Yeah.
Great, like, team fighting and great, like, burst damage, obviously, with laser, rockets.
Yeah, and it also, as I said, like, emphasizing, like, picking him off punishes the fact that he takes a lot of the map for himself.
Yeah.
So his team cannot farm that much.
Yeah, he takes most of the farm as he's going to every lane, marching the machine, and getting everything, pushing everything up. From there,
We go Viper.
And then a Treant replied from Rave. So this is kind of exactly what Rave is going for. You think it's still on track for a Spectre, perhaps?
I think it's a difficult game for Spectre. There is a Razor, a Viper. When they wanted to play Spectre, like they simply banned Viper.
Right.
Now it's getting very difficult. Like,
yeah,
they're gonna get pushed like really, really hard. They're gonna, as I said, PokerFace. They really like this 5-man down mid at like minute 6 or 7 or 8. As soon as mech is up, they're just non-stop pushing, non-stop fighting. And I think that's what they're gonna do with this.
I mean, when you got a Viper, would you say Viper's going to be most likely the mech carrier in this lineup? Obviously, a very, very tanky hero.
They could do either, but yeah, I think Viper.
Corrosive Skin obviously does a lot of work as well.
Yeah, I think Viper is going to carry it. But maybe the first one who can buy is going to buy it. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how they run this, but yeah, Viper should be the most likely carrier.
I mean, looking at Rave's kind of lineup already, like I kind of get the impression they're more on the defensive. With the Treant, with Lich, they're kind of like, they're not going to be too aggressive early on. They're kind of trying to like sustain, hold out, keep these towers alive with living armor.
Yeah, they want to win the lanes. Like with Treant and Lich is going to win one lane. Treant's going to help the 2 others, any lane that needs help.
Right.
And they go for a slug.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's actually it's a really good slot game right now. For now, I mean, it's very difficult against Centaur, obviously, to play slot. But if you just buy your time, just wait for him to use his spells on someone else, then you can go in. And especially when they have like a Viper and a Razor who can do the front line, like siege the towers. He's not gonna need to be inside before the Centaur goes in. So
right, definitely a good follow up. Yeah, I love seeing Slark. He does so much work.
I don't think Spectre is gonna come out. They might still do it. Yeah, Spectre comes out.
Spectre comes out, so they are just gonna go for it anyway.
They're gonna go for it. Yeah. Sometimes it's good. You should just stick to your plan.
Yeah, I mean, better than trying to make one up on the spot, reacting to what you see. Can fall apart for sure.
Yeah, I think you know about this too. In StarCraft, it was the same. Man.
StarCraft, very, very much the same. Like, if you lose your confidence in your lineup or your strategy, and you go for something different, you're gonna regret it in the end, and it can always come back to bite you. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how the Spectre's gonna do against Viper and Razor there. Like as you were saying, it's gonna be kind of a hard fight for him.
Yeah, I guess they really need they need a very, very strong 4-man lineup. Like Centaur is pretty good because you can just catch someone out, and then you just basically stop the push. They have to fall back because they're relying on 5-manning, being all together with the mech, etc. So Centaur is gonna help with this, especially with the global presence of Spectre. Can pick up kills. Lich is gonna make them slow down a little bit their game since they're gonna get less farm, less experience on their lanes. And they have one thing also is they have armor from both Lich and the tree for the towers, so they can slow down. They can just have the Spectre somewhere and delay the push with the other heroes. So I think what they're gonna look for here is they need their mid hero. And
what do you think the mid hero will be? I mean, they kind of lack a lot of pushing power, I'm gonna say.
The thing is, like, PokerFace is not gonna lose mid. They have like 2 of the best mid heroes. And there's like no way for Rave to win mid if they don't continuously gank it. And with the supports they have really passive supports. Trent is pretty good, but on his own,
I mean, yeah, he's good, but he's not gonna really be. He's not really much of a ganker.
He needs a partner. He needs a partner.
Yeah.
Or he needs like someone mid with a huge killing potential. And it's gonna be the JO hero and.
What will JO go?
Like you see, Razor, Invoker, TA farm intensive mid heroes.
Yeah.
And they need something they need some utility, I think, mid or someone that's gonna make plays.
Could we see TA? Is TA on the card?
No, there's
not
no
against
way.
Viper
and Razor, there is no way. Like none of the matchups are good matchups for TA.
Yeah, I guess with poison and
they can't
simply just not going to happen.
So I think Rave are in a really tough position. I mean, they could make it work because I haven't seen the variant with.
Death Prophet.
Okay, it's a good one.
Alright, so there's your pushing potential right there. I mean, X is going to do a lot of work, and he can definitely find the farm if he needs to. So, interesting lineup for both teams.
Yeah,
very excited to see how it's going to go, man.
Yeah, really interesting.
Yeah.
Actually, I've wanted to see this Lich tree in a long time. Now I get to see it. So
finally.
I'll see how well it does.
And here we go. Kind of have a look at PokerFace before we go into the game here. Everyone getting ready. Hopefully no pauses and everything goes according to plan here at the KDL, but we see a pause straight off the bat.
It wouldn't be Korean DOTA without
it wouldn't be KDL without a couple of pauses and a bit of a break.
Probably the problem with their mic.
Oh, you reckon?
No, Fabi just said it.
Oh. I missed that completely. I can't read Korean. Obviously, you're Korean pretty good now.
No.
You've been here. How long have you been here now, Khan?
4 years.
4 years in Korea.
I mean, in October it's gonna be 4 years, but almost there.
That's impressive, man. I think I'm nearly up to 6 months by now.
6 months?
Can you believe it? I've been here that long already, man.
Well, I can't believe it, actually.
Yeah, we haven't really met up much.
Well, that's a problem, man.
It actually has to be solved very soon, I think.
Yeah, man.
No, but yeah, I mean,
I can speak some. I can read, no problem. It's pretty easy, and if you're not able to read, this is a problem.
I can actually read, but like me still reading is like me being a baby, like. But
it's okay. It's okay. That's normal.
Jamsimanyo. All right, there you go. See, I read Jamsimanyo.
Yeah, man.
Straight up, please wait.
Yeah.
See, I'm pretty bad. I'm pretty okay. Yeah. I got a way to go with reading Korean, but no, it's very, very easy.
Yeah, easy to learn, but it takes time to get comfortable.
To read fluently and to obviously memorize all the words.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while. But no, man. I'll be around.
Hopefully they fix this soon so we can watch some Jesus Stick Dota.
Actually, very keen to see how Jesus Stick plays. We saw him kind of debut last week.
Oh, he played very good, man.
Yeah, he did.
He owned.
No, he played great. He's actually a good player.
Yeah, I know he is.
Yeah,
I played with him before, and as I said, we were supposed to make a team, but it couldn't happen.
I actually kind of want to play with Jesus Stick. Do you think he'd play with me?
Yeah, man.
No, he wouldn't, man. He'd be like, this scrub. No way, dude.
He doesn't care. He just pubs, man.
And we actually have the Jesus Stick on Viper.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting. I would have thought he would have been playing
I guess
support.
maybe they switch role. Jesus Stick can play pretty much any position, so I guess maybe they have a Febby hero for support.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
what is Febby playing?
Febby's playing the Shadow Demon.
Okay, so I guess it's because it's one of the heroes he plays as a support. Like, for example, Wisp, he plays it. He plays a really good Wisp, so
okay.
He's the Wisp player, so whenever they pick it, he plays it.
Interesting. Very interesting. And finally, the game is resumed. Here we go.
Are they going to aggressive try it? Well, yeah, I guess, they see Spectre, they're like, okay, let's aggressive try in this.
Yeah, looks like they want to shut it down early. Obviously, you want to stop him from getting that
But actually,
radiance.
no, I don't think they will. If they do, okay, it's going to be 5v5 in the woods.
5v5 in the woods. JYU getting very close from the beginning. Got to be careful. They're waiting for the rest of his team.
PokerFace is much stronger, I think.
Looking at their lineups, I agree. I mean, there is a bit of survivability for Rave there.
It's mostly because of the Razor, I think. The Razor, if they don't kill it, he's going to kill everybody.
That Plasma Shield going to do a lot of work. I mean, I guess he would go Static Link probably early on.
Yeah. Static, he has boots too.
Give him that sick right click, and yeah.
With Shadow Demon, you're able to disrupt someone while he's linked.
That's a lot of damage. It looks like he's going to be like the solo offlane there. We're going to have MP in mid and an offensive tri-lane.
No, it's just the dual lane I was talking about.
Dual
Spectre
lane?
Lich.
Okay.
Which is basically a safe lane on Radiant.
Right. Looks like another bit of a pause here, another little bit of a problem. Getting quite a few today. This is kind of a rare occurrence. It hasn't actually happened this season.
Did we have a pause for our game?
Might have been a little one.
No, it's just a small delay because they wanted me to put the team tag, but I can't.
Oh, really?
I just can't. Even if I change my name, it puts like standing, blah blah blah.
Oh, really?
It's because of the when you enter the leaderboard ranking range. Like when you become eligible, they ask for your player info, and the team tag you're gonna have is the team that you enter on your player info. And I'm not with the guy who has the Muhan team. Is not in Korea, so he's not even on Steam these days. So we can't even ask him to invite me.
Where is he?
I don't know. I think he's traveling or studying or something. I don't know.
What? That's weird.
The previous player, maybe from last season.
Okay.
We can't even fix this problem.
Damn, that's a shame.
I'm stuck with being a stand-in for the whole season.
I remember seeing that, and I'm like, wait a second. Karn is a stand-in? I thought he was actually a member of Team Muhan.
Yeah, no, I am, but I mean...
Oh, that's good to know. I'm glad you're a real member and not a stand-in. I was worried. I was like, wait, is Karn going to disappear again? Like, nah. No, it's good to have you, man. It's great to be casting with you as well. I'm learning so much already. You obviously have a wealth of knowledge for this scene, being around for it for so long.
Yeah.
So it's great to kind of get the insider info.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Trin Centaur. Centaur is And I think they're gonna have a Razor offlane. So this is I guess they probably predicted it. They predicted the lanes.
Oh yeah. So we got that Tree and Centaur.
I mean, when you see a Lich, it's a big tell. It's a big tell that they're gonna do something like this.
Yeah.
Something like offlane, like 2 dual lanes with Lich. It's like Lich is not a good tri-lane hero.
Right.
It doesn't do much.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, not very aggressive, and obviously more kind of like denying creeps than really stunning or nuking.
Yeah.
At least early on. So JO on the Death Prophet in mid against MP on the Slark. How is the matchup for Slark versus Death Prophet mid? Something we don't really see that often.
I mean, Death Prophet has a lot of nuke.
Yeah, a lot of
like
obviously
sustained nuke too.
Quips Form is going to do a lot of work.
So it's kind of annoying for Slark, but I mean, he can just walk around. It's going to be to who makes the first mistakes, because Slark can still get a kill. He can get a kill if
he gets good pounce.
that Prophet doesn't have enough regen and stays a little bit too low HP and eats a pounce.
Right.
The Slark does decent damage. Like Slark does, the pounce does good damage, and then you steal stats, so you do more damage, they do less damage. So like the equilibrium kind of shifts in your favor as you trade blows.
Right. But obviously, Death Prophet's the one that's going to be doing a lot more of the damage with the Trip Swarm with the sick range she has.
Too. She can push the lane a lot faster and secure the runes. So I would give Death Prophet the edge.
The edge for sure. All right. But I mean, anything can happen. We can see rotations to mid and maybe help out. I think that probably have to be the thing that has to be done for MP. It's going to need some rotations.
Yeah. For example, a rotation from PokerFace is almost a guaranteed kill, but one from Rave and not really.
You got like a Frost Nova or a Leech Seed?
They have literally no way to
lock him down.
Yeah. They can't do anything. They can't kill Slark.
They don't actually have a stun for Slark like early on. I mean, they have a Centaur later on if you can get like a Blink Dagger, maybe blinks in, Hoof Stomp. But even
if it wasn't for the Centaur, then it would be like such an easy Slark game because there's nothing to stop him.
Well, I mean, it's still kind of avoidable getting. I mean, if there's only one sort of stun there. I mean, you do have Overgrowth on the Treant later on, which will help out.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Nah, Overgrowth is like the worst spell against Slark. he really doesn't care.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. But I mean, like, it'll hold him in place for 1 second, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, for the reaction time for MP to press a button and be done with it.
Yeah, or maybe just right after Dark Pact, he's like, okay, you used it, I'm going to ulti you.
That could be it.
But Dark Pact's such a low cooldown, it's going to be very difficult.
That's very, very true.
Well, they have to rely on the damage. Like, one of the ways to stop Slark is just do a lot of damage to him. They have Centaur, so like as soon as he comes in the fight, like Centaur is just gonna double edge him, stun double edge, and Slark has no HP. He has to pull back. He can't keep fighting, especially against that Prophet. That's the problem too with Slark in this lineup. Like that Prophet ultimate when it's up, and maybe like potentially a Leech ulti bouncing around, it's gonna be very difficult for Slark to stay in the fight.
Yeah, that's very true. We'll have to wait and see exactly how aggressive PokerFace is going to be on this lineup too, and see if they can kind of avoid a lot of that late game potential from Rave. With that Lich ulti, I mean, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, PokerFace did really control Rave in the last encounter. Really got ahead. Really took it pretty early as well. As you said, they are very aggressive players.
Yeah, I think they're going to go exactly. It's going to be like non-stop aggression and pushing from at the latest maybe 8 minutes, 10 minutes, they're not going to stop. They're just going to keep pushing.
I mean, they have so much potential for it, too. I mean, when you've got, like, especially a Viper and a Shadow Shaman, it's so much potential, like, early
Viper
game.
and Razor, too. Once you get Ags, towers are going to melt.
Oh, yeah.
Towers are going to melt in the... I mean, it's going to be pretty difficult for Rave, I think. It's going to come down to... I guess... Yeah, it's going to be really difficult. They're going to have to capitalize on PokerFace mistakes.
Yeah. I guess they're going to really want to try and pressure this Razor early on, stop him from getting any sort of easy farming. It's going to be one of the keys to dealing with the push early game. But, I mean, when you got a Centaur and Treant, what exactly can they do? It's hard to...
They can kill him. Like,
they can kill him?
They can kill him.
If they get, like, a good stomp buff, double edge, Leech Seed maybe.
Leech Seed, then he can come up and stomp and double edge, but... Again, like if they don't kill him fast, they're not killing him because he's gonna be draining damage and
and he can actually turn it around if he hasn't taken that much damage.
Yeah, but I mean, they still have a lot of damage with these two heroes, so they can do it.
I mean, at the same time, if we see like a rotation button too, like even from like a Viper or something, like some pretty easy kills there with the Treant and Centaur. Like they could kite them for days with poison attack and whatnot. And
actually, Viper is with the Razor.
With the
Razor side. Oh, you mean to kill the Centaur?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I mean.
Okay.
No, I
yeah, of course, yeah.
I'm not that bad.
No, me too, but that happens to me sometimes. I mix up like which hero is on which side, you know. When you
dude, I know that completely, man. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm right there with you. But yeah, it looks like it's actually a problem with Jesus Stick's computer.
Jesus Stick, what are you doing?
Jesus Stick, what are you doing? What is wrong? We need this Viper in the game. Has a big role to play early on. In his lane, we got Lich and Ninja Boogie, the Spectre.
How are they doing on CS?
So far, I mean, we got 3 last hits for the Death Prophet.
Oh, there's none for Spectre. This is
For Spectre, we got 0-0. So 2 for Jesus Stick already. So he's doing all right. And here we go finally, back into it. Everyone's ready. Everyone's fixed it. Here we go. Very early pull.
kind of strange, like Central got stomped first.
Oh yeah?
I guess it's to make sure Razor doesn't go aggressive with the links early on.
Right, right. Maybe some potential there. I mean, it is, I guess, a solo off lane, so there is potential to bully. You already see a smoke rotation mid from PokerFace. Looks like they might be going for that disruption onto Jo if he gets out too far. Oh, here we go. Pounce. Jo might be in trouble here. Are we going to see a follow-up? There's the disruption. Sky in position as well.
Oh,
Shackle. Oh, he is boxed. And that is first blood to MP. Very nicely done. And this is exactly the start that Slark needed. What a great rotation. Exactly what we were talking about to kind of win the mid.
Yeah.
Wow.
The thing that Rave cannot do, so...
Exactly
Jay
what
he was not overextending, but it's very easy to get caught. Like,
I mean, what can you do against that? If you get the pounce, you're in so much trouble from the get-go.
yeah.
Such an early first blood. That was like a 2-minute first blood.
Yeah.
Jo.
This is what Slug needs, because it's not an easy lane for him, and now Slug is a hero that can snowball very, very fast in 1v1 matchups.
Yeah.
There comes a point where Pounce, if you're like too far ahead, Pounce does too much damage. Your old nukes don't do enough damage to him, and he can just keep pounding on you and like stealing stats. And
Right.
you can't man fight. You can't stand there, take the hits, and trade blows. And you get, especially you get level 6 earlier. This is the big punch where Slug is very difficult to lane.
Plus, he's got that rune control so early on. Like we saw him kind of rotate out while the Shadow Demon held it down and took that early on. Helps out a lot. So Jo having a rough start for sure. I'm sure we will see some more rotations to mid as well.
I mean, he's still gonna get farmed because of Crypt Swarm. He's doing pretty well. He's ahead of the Slug in CS.
Already ahead of Slug, but definitely doesn't have that first blood that Slug has. That'll help out a lot. And this defensive tri-lane from PokerFace might help out a lot against this Spectre as well.
Yeah, Spectre is not getting anything.
He's actually got 2 last hits so far.
Maybe he's gonna get a third one soon, but
maybe, fingers crossed. But
he didn't get it.
He got it.
No,
he did. Oh, so unlucky.
He doesn't have a quilling blade. That's the problem. Spectre doesn't have very high.
She has like very low base damage, right?
Yeah,
I remember seeing that, and I was like, that actually looks really difficult to play.
That's why usually I like to get a quilling blade on her.
Right, right. So maybe a little bit more greedy from Ninja Boogie than he probably should have been.
Well, I mean, he's laning a Viper, so he's gonna get a lot of harassment damage. So
yeah, I mean, it's so hard to win a lane against Viper too. Like,
yeah, you don't really do that.
You don't win against Viper actually.
Razor wins against the Viper.
Oh really?
No, Razor wins against any hero.
Oh, that good, huh?
Well, at least he does well enough.
See some rotations up top here. Looks like they want to try and catch out someone, but Ward spots it all. So he's going to force them back, and we did see a static link under the Centaur, JYU. Kind of in control of that lane. He's doing not too bad considering it's dual lane versus
Centaur is
solo.
doing pretty well. Centaur is like tied with at the CS with the Razor. This is not supposed to happen.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. Oh, MP in a bit of trouble here. Uses the invisibility rune. Gets out alive, but taking a lot of damage there.
He has a full bottom, almost level 6, so he's gonna be fine.
He'll be just fine. Sky trading blows with Ether Shock. So they're kind of keeping this lane pretty pushed out here. Don't really see any pulling, which might be a mistake. Oversight, perhaps. Sky a little late to the party there.
He's gonna stack, yeah.
Gonna stack it.
And, Razor is like having
JYU. Going deep here. He's actually in a bit of trouble here. Leech Seed. Oh, double edge. But it's not enough, and we see a rotation from Febby. Disrupts to help out a little bit, but maybe unnecessary.
I guess, no, he still wants to come and get the XP on the lane.
All right. So he can kind of like replace...
he ensures that Razor doesn't die, and then he takes the lane for himself while Razor is gone.
Obviously getting that level 6 helps out a lot too.
Yeah. And Spectre is going for an aggressive build. Going for the Desolate build, which allows you to get a lot of kills. Spectre with the max Desolate does a ton of damage. If you have like Phase Boots and Desolate max, you do a ton of damage on isolated heroes.
Right.
So they're probably gonna try to get some fights like with Centaur. As soon as Centaur gets big, gonna try to force some fights.
Yeah, I mean,
and Spectre's gonna jump in and like try to pick up some kills.
Especially, I mean, you got a solo Razor down bottom. There's definitely potential there.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Rave has to be a little careful here. Rior finds Febby. Oh, and Jesus Stick actually in a bit of trouble here. Gets out alive thanks to the shackle. Are they going to turn it around? I think they can. Ninja Boogie going too far, and Ether Shock finishes the job from Sky. And Viper.
He's maxing that toxin, I think. Which is that's how. I'm not sure exactly. Can we check if he's maxing?
Absolutely, we can check.
Yeah. Okay. He's leveling up. Okay.
Leveling up the other toxin, obviously giving you that extra damage on low HP.
Yeah. I like this build much better than the max corrosive skin. Oh, they're going on.
Misses the pounce and could actually pay for this with his life. Febby so low already. He's going to go down first. MP going to follow up though. He wants to take him down, and he does. Very, very nicely from MP. Nice trade there. I mean, giving up a support for the Death Prophet mid, giving him even more control of mid, finding that farm. 2,000 gold lead already.
For PokerFace.
For PokerFace. So it's looking very good. 4 kills to 1.
They're winning all the lanes, so.
The only difficult lane was going to be that mid lane against Death Prophet, but with these early ganks have really secured it for them, and now they're going to smoke down bottom. Maybe trying to take out Chrissy, maybe deal with this Treant. Have to wait and see what they can get a hold of. Oh, they caught out by the Treant. Bit of damage going down. Oh.
He doesn't have.
He's holding on, but no, there's simply no escape.
Yeah, he's too low level. If he was level 4, he would have Nature's Disguise. But
right. Looks like, misses the pounce perhaps. A little bit of a mistake there from MP, but obviously forces Centaur back. Nice little rotation there. Getting 1 kill. Going to help out a little bit. Yeah. 3K gold lead now, so doing some work here. While this is all happening, Viper is being up top, kind of getting free farm.
Yeah, she should have mech relatively soon, because she got 2 kills.
Right, absolutely.
Hero, it, I don't know. Actually, no, he went Power Treads and Aquila, so mech is going to be quite a bit delayed, I think. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it looks like going to delay on the mech. Maybe they don't think they needed this early. Maybe they think they're in so much of a dominative state right now that they.
I think it's because he had like his lane was contested. There's like a Spectre and a Lich. It's not against a solo off lane that's gonna be driven out of the lane. So he probably wants to make sure he actually crushes the lane, which is not a bad choice.
Yeah, definitely. And he's doing very well so far. Ninja Boogie finding what he can, but I mean, Ninja Boogie sitting down at like 12 last hits right now. That is horrible for a carry in this position, but I mean, what are you going to do against a Viper with defensive tri-lane? You're always going to have so much trouble finding that farm. So it's really going to have to come down to JO, but at the same time, JO has been shut down in mid. There's just simply too much going on, and we do see a Haunt. JO in huge trouble, that rotation we were talking about earlier. MP, though, trying to clean up Rior. He's going to get him. Maybe. Oh, just gets out alive.
Oh, he sees him.
Oh, he sees him. Is that enough?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, so close. Just gets away, so they get Razor for free. Huge rotation down bot for PokerFace. Looks like they might be aiming for a tower at this point. Jesus Stick actually might be looking for someone. Oh, he's got to be careful. Here we go. Mass Serpent Wards on the Tier 1 bot. And at the same time, we see an Exorcism. But TP from Razor shuts it down. Plasma Field is doing too much work. JU already super low. Very nice rotation for PokerFace.
Oh, and Jesus gets the tower.
Ooh, so what do you reckon? Like an early Blink Dagger or something from Jesus will help?
Oh, no, he's going to get the mech.
Oh, he's going to get the mech? I guess that can work.
Usually the Viper lineups are played this way, like line up the center around the Viper, get the early mech, and then 5-man non-stop. That's what Viper is good at.
Right.
Viper is very good at counter ganking and like just 5-manning, because she's so hard to kill.
Yeah.
And mech makes it even harder.
Absolutely.
Like the harder Viper is to kill, the more damage it does. So it's the same concept as Veno, for example, like heroes that have damage over time, or like cheap damage. The harder they're to kill, the more they can do in the fight.
Right. Here's this aggressive play that you were talking about. Already see the Tier 1 mid going down as well. So PokerFace keeping it.
This is without using the second ward. Should we use it for bottom?
Yeah. Oh, Lich ulti onto JYU. Bounce on the Sky, and they get him with the Crib Swarm. And from here, Sky can be cleaned up as well. But we see a Shackle kind of counter. Viper pounce. Chrissy goes down as well. Oh, with the Crib Swarm doing so much damage, especially to Sky. One more and he goes down. Oh, we see Haunt though. Oh, and the Crib Swarm does take him out, but Ninja Boogie gets picked off for his troubles way too deep. And they're still trading blows here. MP might be the next to go. Pounces out. Jesus Stick still in. Still looking for something. He is so tanky.
They can't really kill him.
They can't kill him. And Cast, what are you doing, Cast? Simply running the wrong way. And MP is back in. Looking for Rior, looking for the Death Prophet, but they get out. So a nice turnaround for PokerFace, maintaining their lead. There's Mech finally on the Viper.
This is why I think going for an early Mech is sometimes better. Especially the Aquila maybe was a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Because he would have had it for this fight if he went for an earlier Mech, and then nobody dies.
Then nobody dies, and it gets even worse. Yeah. Invisibility Rune going to go to MP. And they're going to go straight for Roche.
Yeah. Shadow Shaman.
Shadow Shaman does work.
As I like to say, Shadow Shaman gaming. I always joke about this in my team. Like when we play it, we play against it. Like there's a fight going on, Shadow Serpent Wards go down, and you lose the tower no matter what.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes you're not even fighting there. Just Shadow Shaman drops the board, you're fighting somewhere else.
It just happens.
Towers goes down.
There's enough creeps to kind of tank for it. Just happens.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, as you were saying, like Serpent Wards is guarantees an objective, and we have seen Roche go down for free. We've seen bottom Tier 1 go down. It just secures so much, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's more of a first ban in the near future.
Yeah, they're not banning because there's so many heroes these days. Such a big threat.
Yeah.
So, and like Shadow Shaman, you can play around it if you don't get too far behind. You can just maybe teams feel like they can do it.
Oh, it was a blink stomp, but now MP follows up with his own blink pounce. Shackle, Viper, there's simply no way Chris is getting out of this. MP got to be careful though. Exorcism has been cast, but it looks like it's going to be a retreat from Rave. So nice little trade there. Well, I mean, it wasn't really a trade. PokerFace getting the kill and forcing out Exorcism. And now we got a smoke rotation back to mid. So they're going to finish the job here. Cast behind the tower now, so we'll be safe. But we have two players in mid. Really out of position here. Jo in so much trouble. Oh, gets the pounce. And he might go down for sure. I think he will. We're going to see a Shackle in any second here, and there's no escape whatsoever. Treant gets out alive, but I mean, losing Death Prophet is, at this time is just so bad. And while this is all happening, JYU is pushing top.
They don't even have the Razor for this.
They didn't even need the Razor for this. They didn't need anything for this. We have Chrissy. Might want to look for the blink in. Sees the Shadow Demon, gets out. And here down goes another tower, solidifying PokerFace's lead even more.
This is the problem of having such passive supports. Like you get no map control early on. Like any support can just rotate around at no risk. They know that they have there's no pressure on them with the supports like Rave picked.
They have no ganking potential whatsoever. And Mass Serpent Ward's down on the Tier 2 top. And let's see, will Rave actually react to this? Looks like they're just going to sit in the Tier 3 now. They're going to sit in the high ground and just accept that it's gone. And I can't blame them.
Nowhere near any item.
Spectre is in a horrible position.
This is going to be very difficult to come back from. I don't think they're going to stop because they have a Shadow Shaman. And when you have a Shadow Shaman, your pushing power is just guaranteed. So it's like, okay, even if you don't have any heroes that can do too much tower damage,
right?
It's okay, you have your Shadow Shaman. And the thing is, like, they still have tower damage. That Razor is going to get Aghanim's eventually. And that Viper, which Ladder Toxin works on towers, so he still does a lot. Viper does a lot of damage to towers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they actually just don't have to stop. They just keep going. Looks like we see a smoke bought from the Death Prophet. Might want to actually make something happen. Sky in position to make something work as well if they want to rotate bottom. Can do a blink Shackle and goes for the Hex. It's going to keep him busy. There's the Shackle, followed by Plasma.
He can escape.
Oh, wow, gets out. And goes for the Haunt, so he should be out. Oh, Disruption goes down there, and they catch him on the other side. Great play from the Shadow Demon MP, but we see a counter engagement. Lich Ulti goes in. Oh, so much damage goes down as well as Exorcism, and down goes Jesus Stick. MP sticking around though. Is he actually going to make this happen? He is so deep right now, but yes, he wants to keep going. JYU, can he hold on? Oh, MP, have you gone too deep? He has the Aegis though. Can he turn it around on Chrissy? Chrissy TPing out. Oh, yes, he gets out in time. So, MP going ham, finding a couple of kills there, but
yeah, they couldn't really hope for a better engagement too. Like, they got a really clean Chain Frost.
Yeah, they did.
And they still, because of the Aegis,
it just didn't matter. I mean, they get one hero from there. Like, MP is still alive and well, and could definitely kill just about anyone in that fight. 1v3.
Yeah, he's going for Sanjin Yasha maybe now.
Yeah, looks like it. Saving up a lot.
This is very, very tough.
And look at the domination. Look at the percentages there. 93%, 77%, and 72%. Top, mid, and bottom. PokerFace are in complete control.
Yeah.
And this is kind of exactly what we saw them play against Rave last week. They were in the same dominative state. They just continually be aggressive. You can't let the Shadow Shaman get through, I think, because they use it too well.
Well, I think the first pick Lich was. I mean, let's not like write them out yet, because they still have racks. As long as you have the racks, as long as you have your throne, there's still hope.
I mean, there's always throws for sure, man. Like, anything can happen. I agree completely. They're not out of it, but it's such a hard sort of way to come back into it, especially with the Spectre so low on the last hit board. They're doing they have so much work to catch up on it. It looks like another tier 2 is going to go down.
Yeah, and I think the mid is going to follow shortly after, because it's already pretty low. They just poked at it like with the crit rate, and it's already like maybe 40%, 30%.
Right.
I guess Trent can heal it, so that's a good thing. If they just chip at towers, they're going to get them back up soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of been healed already. It's above halfway, so definitely can see survivability. But looks like Ninja Boogie might be in a bit of trouble here. But we see a blink in from the Chrissy. We see the hoof stomp.
Nice timing on Shadow Dance.
Yeah, that actually kept him alive for sure. Could have done so much more damage there, but still might go down. MP taking so much damage. Leech Seed, Nova, and they're looking for another blink, I'm sure. Oh, but a great pounce.
Oh,
but then a shackle. JYU's here to help clean up as well. MP doing so much damage. JO out of position here. Does Exorcism. Can he stay alive though? Looks like he will. Looks like the team might actually have to fall back. Oh, JYU still alive. Dies. Finally.
Oh, Spectre.
But Spectre went down for it as well, and there goes JYU. Oh, JO. JYU actually stayed alive during that.
Yeah, because of a really nice disruption at the last moment from Figgy.
Very, very nice. And this is definitely gonna spell a tier 2 bottom, I think. There's simply nothing they can do about it now.
Yeah, definitely. No Death Prophet. This is the only damage they have with the Centaur. But the Centaur is dead too, so.
Sky blinking in and getting the last hit. I don't know if that's necessary or the right thing to do when you have like a Slark and a Viper there to take the last hit.
They probably wanted to, like,
maybe a bit of trolling going on now. I mean,
they make sure it doesn't get denied.
Sure, that actually is a good point as well. But when you're a 15k lead, you've won so many team fights, you're 16-7, and you have every tower alive, and they're down to one last tier 2 on the map, and all their tier 3s. They must be feeling pretty confident.
I mean, tier 2 mid is not even that healthy. No. He's getting healed, but
yeah, slowly being healed by living armor. But I mean, here we go now. Here comes the push down mid, dealing with that last tower before they go to the high ground.
They're probably gonna get Roche before they go high ground to make sure to ensure the win. Which it should be like. Does Razor have an Aghanim's yet, or is he close? Oh no, he's going to BKB first.
BKB.
Yeah, actually, Razor is kind of poor.
Yeah, maybe hasn't been rotating a little too much.
I think he died. He must have died like a little bit too much, maybe. He died twice, which is worst on the team, but it's not much.
Not too much, but I guess they have been pretty aggressive for some time now, so.
Yeah, he doesn't get much farm.
Not much farm at all, yeah. And yeah, this tower's going down for sure. MP taking a bit of damage, has to be a little bit careful from that blinked hoof stomp that Chrissy is kind of looking for. Will they try and heal this up, or are they just going to let it go and sit in the high ground? I think they don't have really a choice at this point. MP fully healed once again. Down goes this tower.
They still have the Serpent Wards. They might go for they might go high ground right there.
I think they actually could. Especially if they can find a good team fight before it actually happens. I don't know.
I guess they want the edges.
No, they're gonna maybe wait it out, maybe look for a kill. Ninja Boogie out on the map, and they're closing on him pretty quickly here. MP has found him. Ninja Boogie, how are you gonna get out of here? Oh, looks like he might have snuck away just in time.
Yeah. Can't know. Like it's a Spectre too. Like when you see him like just go in the trees, like all right, he probably just daggered his way out of the map, so you can't really go after him.
He gets away nice and safely. Bit of a risk there. I mean, if he loses Spectre at this point, that's definitely Rax, I feel. There's just no way. It's going to force a buyback at the very least.
Yeah, they could. The lanes were, the mid lane was pushed out. At least a Roche. It's the most important. They could get the Roche, free Roche.
Yeah, I think they could probably get Roche regardless at this point. They have so much map control. And
Spectre is a non-factor at this point.
Yeah, he just has no damage to his name. He has no farm. When you're sitting at 54 last hits, 21 minutes into the game, you know something's gone very, very wrong.
I don't know. I don't even know if he's nowhere near any kind of item.
Certainly no Radiance in the near future. That's for sure.
Radiance is not in this.
I think it's off the table actually. He's got to go for something else at this point.
Yeah, maybe he's going to go with some fighting items, maybe a drum, Diffusal, try to get some...
Diffusal is probably a good idea, cheaper.
Yeah, it's
possible damage.
It's a good item.
Help out a lot.
Probably wants drums first.
Oh, JYU. Dancing with death here. He has no idea how many are actually here. Are they actually going to go for it? They see Jesus stick TP in, but they don't know how many's behind him. Yeah, they desperately want a tower, but they're not going to give them. They know how to play the game. They're like, okay, we got all towers. We're not going to give you any because you don't have any farm. You don't have any last hit, you don't have any towers, so you have no goals. And the only way you can maybe come back is to get some free towers. And in their positions, they have no right to claim them, and they won't. No. As long as PokerFace keeps the map strong, has a lot of solid rotations, no objectives can really be met. I mean, we see lots of wards everywhere. Great warding from PokerFace. So they know exactly what's happening everywhere outside the space, except for maybe the top lane. But they're pushing the top lane anyway.
I'm kind of surprised they're playing this passive. They could have just went straight for the Roche.
Oh, looks like MP is going to go onto Ninja Boogie. Going to disrupt his farming maybe a little bit. Going to get out of there. A little bit of harassment there. Just letting him know that I can see you.
He couldn't see the Centaur, so he doesn't want to risk it.
No, for sure. And it looks like they are just going to go for Roche now. Serpent wards, everything else. Can they do it with the supports? I probably think not. Not yet. Maybe if he... maybe Aghanim's ward, maybe. Finally finding some farm up top is the Death Prophet, but such little farm it is.
They might be waiting for the... Like, they have the BKB. I doubt they're going to wait for the Aghanims on the Razor. This is too long to wait.
Yeah, that is actually a long way off.
Like, Viper has Aghanims. Slars has everything he needs. Same for the Razor has his BKB, so...
They pretty much got everything they want. Maybe they're just waiting for this Roshan before they go pushed up.
They're not using the wards on Roshan, so they're definitely going to go Rax after this.
Right. Sounds like a good idea to me. It's such a lead like this. They want to play it safe, though. I kind of like how PokerFace is playing this because we have seen in the past teams get like a nice early lead and kind of throw it away with some bad team fights, especially fighting on the high ground. They just don't have what it takes. But if you're securing yourself an Aegis as well as like saving your wards for the right time, looks like they are going to push for the bottom. Yeah. They decided they want to take the bottom racks more than anything else.
I'm saving some gold, so I'm curious, maybe save for buyback.
Yeah. And it looks like we are finally seeing a push up top. Spectre's up there, maybe he wants to get this tower down, finally get some farm that he has so desired. But I don't think PokerFace is really going to give him time to do that.
Serpent wards are going to come down and no time for you.
Yeah, and we see Horn. Looks like the engagement is going to happen. Blink in with Chrissy. Stampede, Hoof Stomp. But is it enough? They're retreating already. We see Exorcism go down as well. Oh, but Ninja Boogie taking so much damage. Aegis has been popped already. Cast goes down. Oh, and JYU's in the thick of it. Taking so much damage, but takes down everyone. Back already. Disruption. Great defensive disruption. And we got Jesus Stick with the Viper Strike on Ninja Boogie once again. Takes him down. And this is a guaranteed Tier 3, I think, at this point. Free for nothing. What beautiful team fighting.
That was a good try from Rave to try to fight before they drop the wards on the high ground.
Right.
Then you just can't stop the push. They're going to get a blue racks. So.
Oh, we see it. Disruption go down on the Centaur, goes down. So easy. Rio in a bit of trouble as well. Viper Strike taking so much damage. Oh! Oh, goes down so close. And that is Rax. 22-7. Such a lead.
That should be game too.
I think it has to be game at this point.
Spectre died back.
So yeah, he's not doing well at all for gold. He has spent everything he had. Looks like they're going to be pushing down mid as well. Kind of low on HP as some of them. But I don't know. Do they wait for another Mass Serpent Wars? They could.
Well, they're gonna. Yeah, I guess they're gonna wait for it. Because like they still have a Rave can still fight them. They showed here that they can fight them if the PokerFace doesn't have everything.
Right.
Because of Dead Prophet's ulti is really strong.
Yeah, it still does work, despite how little farm everyone's had.
Yeah, he has his heroes too, so they might not be able to burst him down before he's gonna get enough damage. Yeah. He's not level 16 though, so this is the big thing, because level 16 does a lot. It makes a huge difference when you get it. And yeah, I don't know if he's gonna even get it. Like you can see, like
I actually don't think he can at this point. That's 2 more levels, 2 more full levels to go, and they're gonna be knocking down another racks before that. Pretty much any time in the future. We have Aghanims online for the Shadow Shaman as well.
This is past the point where it can come back, especially after the Spectre dieback. Spectre is a glorified creep at this point.
It's a creep that can teleport around the map onto any hero, but even when he does, he's just going to tickle them at this point. There's just no damage. And yeah, I definitely agree with you. There's simply no way to come back from this.
I mean, he could get a blade mail. It's the only way to have himself be relevant. Get a blade mail, at least do something.
Yeah.
He comes, dies, does some damage. But, I mean, there's not much he can do.
There's not much he can do at all. They're finding little farm where they can. I mean, it's simply just not much on Ninja Boogie. Ninja Boogie having such a hard game there. Definitely the picks and bans not going their way, it feels.
Yeah.
It's kind of getting counted a little too hard. And they kind of went with the same strategy regardless.
Yeah, and I was like really surprised. The first pick lich was not, it's not worth it. You don't have to first pick a lich.
No one's going to ban that out. No one's going to really.
Unless they already know your strategies.
Yeah, unless someone talked from, oh, wait a second. We see a jump. We see a blink in. We see a hoof stomp. Defensive disruption there. See Xism online, but Jay is so out of position here. He does cast the Yules, but he is so deep, and he goes down for free. Mass Serpent Wards, we do see the chain frost, and GG from Rave as their tier 3 top goes down. Very nicely done from PokerFace. Playing exactly as strong as they did in their last encounter, kind of dominating Rave. Rave's going to have to go back to the drawing board. They did come up with something interesting for this game, but they stuck with it when the picks and bans didn't go their way, and it just ended up falling apart.
They're way too tunnel vision on their strategy, Spectre Lich strategy. First pick Lich is not worth it. Like you don't first pick a Lich. It already tells a lot of what you're gonna do. You're gonna do lane, get dual lane. You're not gonna try lane. Mostly like Lich is gonna be in the off lane, and they still stuck with the Spectre pick. Even though like they saw Razor, they saw Shadow Shaman, they saw Viper.
Right.
They're gonna be in your face. So